Hello friends, haven't seen you in a while. It's because my last project, the Les Paul Greenie copy, consumed me entirely. For the last 2 months I work with lacquer. I apply scratches and relic them in a way it was on the original Greenie. So why Greenie after all? This guitar is a legend. Peter Green, Gary Moore, Kirk Hammett. It's a collector choice #1. And it was very interesting to me to make the exact copy of this Les Paul. The entire process, how it rolled out, I, of course, filmed. And on my Patreon page, on the Makers section, I'm releasing a series of big videos, around 40 minutes each, with a detailed description of the entire process. Of course, my YouTube subscribers will also see the whole process. Little condensed, but very informative anyway. So, let's go. The first thing we will compose is the filler. Second thing will be red aniline dye. The third thing will make up the main yellow color. It's gonna be cold. An additional yellow color is gonna be warmer. Next, we will compose shadows to shade the edges of the sunburst. Seems to be it. No, not really. 6, we will make up the finishing layer. It's gonna be amber, and we will make a layer of transparent nitro lacquer. We will mix it in a certain proportion, and then we will apply it between the layers of paints and fill in 2 very thin finishing layers before polishing. So we have 7 points that we're gonna work with today. The red aniline dye needs to be prepared in advance. We just put it in a jar. Acetone works well with aniline. It dissolves it. You see? The color has already started to show up. But as you can see, there are a lot of crystals that settle on the walls. They should not get into the varnish, so we will filter it. But I already have the mixed aniline dye ready. Pumice powder. That is used for grinding and polishing metals, stone and wood products, polymer materials, plastics and others to fill the pores of wooden surfaces treated with shellac. We also add linseed oil to it. So I think that's enough for now. If necessary, we'll add some more later. I add Madder Lake Deep. This is oil paint. I add a little brighter cadmium red. Well, you see, it turned out as, by the consistency, close to Greek yogurt. So I add a little nitro-based aniline dye. I will add a couple of drops of secative. The secative I use is cobalt. Okay, that would be enough. Well, this is the color the pores will actually be like if we apply this technology to the mahogany and leave it to harden for about 5–10 minutes. Here you go. We do the same with the guitar. Well, what a wonderful color it turned out. And actually we see that the filler came in very nicely in the pores. The already diluted nitro liqueur, on which we will prepare all this, all our colors. So our nitro liqueur is thick enough, but this thick is not needed. Therefore, I will dilute it. So it's 70% nitro liqueur and 30% thinner. And we will mix everything else using it as a base. So we mix the red, we mix the filler, and now we will mix yellow. So, the first thing I will do is cold yellow. So, I pour a little bit of yellow. I will show you how it looks on white. You see what a warm, beautiful color we have. Now we need to make it colder. To make the yellow colder, I will add a drop of green. The main thing is not to overdo it. Just one drop and we'll see what we have. Okay, here we've got a rather complex, cold color. You see? That's enough. And since yellow is a very active color, we need just a little bit of it. And in terms of transparency, you can actually see it here. It's well mixed and it's very active. So, what's about warm yellow? I already have the warm yellow ready, but not completely, because I need to make it more complex. I need to add a drop of red there. The main thing is to add a little bit of it. That's it. One drop is enough. Great. And I will also dilute it with our binder nitro liqueur. So, we have warm yellow, cold yellow, and now we will do the shadows. Shadows are a very important detail in burst. It's alcohol-based and we need very little of it. So I will immediately add nitro liqueur to check the transparency, because we need very transparent shadows. It has a distinct violet indigo shade. I will add a bit of nut color to it. I do everything estimately. I cannot tell you the exact proportions. Everything here is done by trial and error. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Here, this will be our shadows. However, this black color is still quite active, so we need a very small drop from this can. Here, that's the transparency we need. No more. The most important layer of varnish that will bring all the colors together is the amber finishing layer. It consists of warm yellow. It's warm, really. Quite active yellow. A little black from here will do too. We'll add a little bit of nut color. Yeah, it's not enough yellow. another drop of red. Here, this will be my amber layer that will compose all the colors together. And the red sunburst I paint with pure red aniline dye. It's absolutely pure without any additives. Just aniline dye and nitro lacquer. This is our palette that we will work with. Well, the first color to apply. It's a cold yellow color. It's a diluted black color. It's very fluent, almost invisible. That's why I will apply it with several very thin layers. You see, it's almost invisible. These shades will provide a pleasant, cold olive tone at the sides of the body. The first coat is already dry. I continue shading. Seems like I'm finished with shades. That's enough. Now I will add a bit of warm yellow color right in the center of the body. Just a bit. Here is how this guitar will look after red aniline dye will fade. And now I will apply this aniline red dye, which will totally disappear afterwards. I will apply several layers with drying gaps of about 20-30 minutes. Aniline red dye is also quite liquid. It's not so intensive, so I don't need to make a thick layer and have the possibility to stop where I need, not to overspray the red. Well, it's time for an amber coat of lacquer, which will put other colors together. Well, the guitar has already dried for 24 hours, and now I can sand it and remove shark skin or some minor mistakes that could have appeared while painting. Here in the raking light option, you can see the shark skin that I need to get rid of. I will make the whole surface even and matte. After that, I usually apply decal with my logo. Here, I also insert a serial number. Now I apply transparent layers of nitro to have an opportunity to sand it further, and not to be afraid to sand the amber coat of lacquer that I applied before. Last layers of lacquer with slow thinner D1015 spread it out perfectly. Now the guitar needs to dry for about 2 weeks. Well, it's time now to install the bridge. I do it with the help of a tuner. Of course, I mark the holes for the bridge in advance to keep everything correct, but I use a tuner for precise matching. I drill the holes with a vertical drilling machine. It's more accurate. Holes are strictly 90 degrees. In order to cut threads into holes and easily install rods, I use a broad threaded inch screw from a Stratocaster. I made 1 or 2 notches so that this screw easily goes through the wood. The thread pitch of this screw corresponds to the thread of the rod of ABR1 bridge. I put a closed nut on the top. It hangs back the rod, and the rod goes easily into the hole.
Осталось натянуть струны, отстроить мензуру и попробовать, как все получилось.
Well, looks like it's ready now. The guitar. Now I'll test it on Blues Junior and Marshall with gain. Out of phase, by the way. So friends, I hope you liked this video. For those who want to see the entire process in more detail, I invite you to my Patreon page. Several videos are already there. Besides, in the Makers section there is a private chat on Telegram where we can communicate, ask questions and receive answers. You can support my workshop there on Patreon by subscribing on any tier. Also, you can support me on PayPal, or just subscribe to my channel and ring that bell, so you can follow my craft. I don't say goodbye for long, because the next video is being translated and edited as we speak. See you soon.
Rock and roll for all.